Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out with trainer Shane McGuigan. We're here at your gym in London, in Wandsworth. George Groves obviously fighting in the World Boxing Super Series final against Callum Smith. Very, very close to that happening now. I believe you're flying out the day after the Joshua fight because you've got Luke Campbell on the undercard.
Yeah. It's we're flying out on the 23rd, so getting to the end of camp. He's doing his main week of sparring now. Then next week we got 2 spars and we'll be tapering down, but he's looking really, really sharp. He's got Joshua Buatsi in to spar him this week with another guy as well that's finishing off the round. So he's got 2 12s that he's going to do this week. And then, yeah, we're just sort of winding down. But it's been a great camp. His weight's all good. It's been a different camp. It's been something that we've had to overcome a few different hurdles, obviously with the shoulder, rehabilitating that. We've had a guy called Ben Carraway and Kevin Lidlow have done a fantastic job firing up the muscles and making sure that, you know, the structure around the shoulder is healthy and is able to come back, and the muscles able to come back nice and sharp and fast. So credit to George Groves as well, putting in all the hours in a day. It's not just the 2 sessions, it's been a 3rd session, rehabbing, very taxing on the mindset, very taxing on the body at this stage of his career as well. So he's worked incredibly hard, and you know, we've gone under the radar. We've gone very quiet. Obviously, this show as well has gone quite quiet because it's out in Jeddah. But it's something that it's something that we're very proud of what we've done in the build up to this fight and the work we've put forward. And I feel like he's going to really showcase it. And I hope everyone tunes in to watch him win the tournament on ITV Box Office.
Regarding sparring partners, as well as bringing in top quality, was it a conscious decision to bring in fighters quite early on in their pro careers so they'd have a bit more ambition, maybe a bit better conditioning? Guys like Buatsi, you've obviously got Billam-Smith in the camp anyway.
No, exactly, because you know what, when they're at that stage of their career, like a Buatsi, obviously he's been up in Sheffield. He's done a lot of rounds with a lot of elite fighters as well. But he's testing himself, and you know, he said to George the other day, he said, "I've learned all my tricks from you. I've learned all my little tricks on the inside, stepping on the toes, nudging the knee, winding people up on the inside. You know, little tricks that you pick up with certain pros, that experience. You know, George is 30 years of age, but he's been a pro a hell of a long time. He's been in gyms all over the world as well, sparring, and he's picked a lot up. So Buatsi's picking it up now, and the 2 of them sparring. I mean, you'd pay a fortune to watch the 2 of them spar. It's a fantastic work, and he's a lovely guy, Josh. You know, he's been in the camp quite a few times, and obviously with Chris Billam-Smith, they're stable mates, but there's no love lost. You know, the 2 of them. I mean, I actually started working with Chris off the back of sparring George Groves. He come up and sparred him a good few times, and then I saw a lot of potential in him. And you know, he had only 45 fights as an amateur, and he'd only probably won 31 or 32 of them. But he hadn't anywhere near maximised himself. And since working here for over a year now in the gym, yeah, the 2 of them sparring, they do 10 rounds together, and he's a lot more similar physical stature to Callum Smith than Buatsi, but Buatsi fights a little bit in closer because Chris is used to be fighting against cruiserweights. He chucks his jab from a bit further away, uses his feet a bit more, springs in. But you know, the 2 of them merged together has made for some incredible sparring and incredible work. And we would normally spar sort of 2-3 times a week. We've brought it down to 2 spars a week, a bit more quality over quantity. And at George's stage of this career, that's what he kind of needs. You know, I don't want him to keep taxing his body, but we've done enough rounds, and he's looking sharp.
Talking of taxing the body, the question I'm sure you'll be asked more than any other in the build-up to this fight: how is the shoulder, and how's it responded as camp's cranked up a notch in terms of the intensity?
You know, as I mentioned before, we've had 2 guys that are putting their time, and they're, you know, Ben Carraway and Kevin Lidlow are 2 of the most sought after physios and chiropractors in the business. You know, like they go and work with elite athletes. You know, Carraway's worked with the likes of Usain Bolt. Before he's worked at Wimbledon. You've got Kevin Lidlow that works with the England rugby team. He works football as well, Arsenal. So you know, we had 2 of the best guys that are working on it, and you know, it was slow to react at start. We did a lot of work, we did a lot of stuff to fire the muscles up, but yeah, really from the last 7-8 weeks, it's been really solid, really strong.
Does he feel confident in throwing it now, more to the point?
You watched him do his pads earlier today. You tell me. You know, he's sharp. He's got full confidence in it, and it's at the back of our mind now. So even in the clinches, there's no, you know, there's nothing that's hurting it. So yeah, I'm really happy with it.